This is the last part of section 2.3 and 2.7 quadratic functions and their zeros, and this is part 8. So we left off in the last example with a ball being thrown vertically upward from the top of a building, and we did complete part A, but we still need part B. Now I want to draw a picture so you can understand what's going on. So here's a building, and here's this person. Okay, why he's up on a building throwing a bomb, not really sure, but he is. And this is a 96-foot building. And he decides he wants to throw a ball just for fun. And the question is asking us, what or after how many seconds will the ball pass the top of the building on its way down? Since I know that the top of the building is 96 feet, I'm trying to look for t when the height, or s of t, is equal to 96. So let's go ahead and plug 96 into our original function s of t that was given to us. And solve for t. Now, I didn't do this last time, but I really don't like that negative 16t squared. So instead of having my 0 on the left, I'm actually going to move everything to the left and subtract 80t and add 16t squared to both sides. And that way, I now have a positive 16t squared and a negative 80t. So just like before, we need to factor out the GCF, and the GCF is 16t. Okay. So we have two answers. We have 16t equals 0, or t minus 5 equals 0. And here we get t equals 0 and t equals 5. Now, the reason why we get two answers is because when the guy first threw the ball, he was on top of the building, and this was at time 0. So before he even lets go of the ball, he's at t equals 0. And the height is 96 feet. So the height of the ball is 96 feet initially. And so that's what this is all about. When time equals 0, the ball is 96 feet because it's the height of the building. But he throws it up and he reaches 96 feet again after 5 seconds. So because this is a parabola, the ball is at 96 feet twice. Once at time equals 0 seconds, and the second time at t equals 5. So we're actually not going to use this answer because if you recall, the question says, after how many seconds will the ball pass the top of the building on its way down? So now it's on its way down, and that is after 5 seconds. So the final answer is after 5 seconds. And that concludes section 2.3 and 2.7.